Good evening. Welcome to Yoga for Love. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for our fun, fit, and flow. This is a level 201, so it's good for beginners, mixed level, all level. If you're working on your own tonight and you don't have any props, that's fine. But if you do have props, of course you're going to need your yoga mat. But you would also like to grab a folded blanket, maybe two, a yoga strap, and then 2 yoga blocks if you have them near you. Make sure you grab some water. And if you're interested in learning a little bit more about the process of yoga or any of the tools, visit our website at yogaforlove.com. Make sure you subscribe so you know when we go live, and we'll see you on your mat. All right, so thanks for being here, guys, or ladies. And we're going to begin with our easy seated posture. So go ahead and just find a kind of rocking side to side, a nice seated position. Relax your shoulders. So let your shoulders relax and relax your chest, your neck. Sit your tailbone down. If your knees sit kind of high, you can grab a prop. So if you want to grab something, tuck it up and underneath your sitting bones there. That might help, just to get a little bit, a little bit more adjustment, a little bit more height underneath you. And then you're going to also separate your ankles. So that might help to let the knees and hips relax a little bit more. You can keep your ankles crossed under you if that feels more comfortable, but you can try it with just the knees separated. And so, does that feel better? Okay, good. So we're going to just focus on the sound of our breath in and out through the nose, just with our natural breathing. You can turn your palms open onto your lap if you'd like to here. Close the eyes or take a soft gaze, and just begin breathing in and out through the nose. Breath in and breath out. Long, deep, full inhales. Exhaling everything out. Do a couple more breaths here. To set your intention for your practice. So whatever that might look like for you today, you can place your hands at your heart center if you'd like as you set your intention. Again, keep the shoulders relaxed away from the ears. Take a moment here just to check in, letting go of whatever might have brought with you on your mat, maybe a to-do list or stuff you have to do tomorrow. And just leave that off of your mat. And just begin deep, full breath here. Just inhale, reach all the way to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, hands come to our heart. Big breath out. Inhale, arms wide, out and up. And exhale back to our heart. We'll do that one more time. Inhale out and up. And exhale. Let's take and just make that jhana mudra. So the index finger touches the thumb. We're going to open the chest. We're just going to swish side to side. Breathing in and out. Swish, swish. So you want some momentum. You want your hair to move. If you have hair down, you'll feel it swishing side to side. So the elbows are going to be high, level with the shoulders, and then switch a little faster. Breathing into one side, out the other. Now go a little bit faster and look to the side. Swish, swish, go faster. Good, see if you can make your hair fly out. Center, and then we're going to inhale and just hold here. Now we're going to do the other side, so we're going to start turning out the other way. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. And then just begin to turn faster. Let your hair fly out. Look out to the side. if you can smile. Sometimes we get so serious. This is yoga. Let it be fun. So you're breathing in and out. As you turn, don't let your elbows drop. Good, keep them high. Open the arms, open the hands, open the fingers, open the finger. There you go. Index finger and thumb. Keep going. There you go. There's a lot going on here. And come back to the middle. Phew. Then just release the hands down back onto the lap. Doesn't it feel good? So just opening the heart, getting all that moving out of the body, just letting it release out with your breath. Let's inhale all the way up. This time we're going to take a little back bend. And just look back. Still seated, breathing in, looking back. And then exhale back to our heart. Inhale, reach out and up, and then just look back. Let your head drop back, good. Breathing in, keep looking back, good. And exhale, hands come to our heart. Relax those shoulders, roll them out. We'll do one more. Inhale, reach up and out and back. And let the head drop. As you drop, you're going to open your armpits. So let your elbows open. Good. And reach up and back. And exhale. Back to our heart. Let your hands drop out to the side. Just let your palms drop onto the ground, or the back of your hands drop onto the ground. We're going to do some shoulder shrugs. So we're going to inhale, squeeze, and then exhale, drop it out. Inhale, squeeze, and drop it out. With an exhale with the mouth. Breathe in, and then drop it out. Inhale, squeeze, and drop it out. Let's do one more. And just shake it out. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. There you go. Nice. And then we'll just shake it out with the hands. We're going to do a little clearing. So since it's a new season, we're going to clear off anything from the summer. We're going to clear off anything from the past, whether it's yesterday or last year or a decade ago. We're still hanging on to it, whatever that might be. So we're going to just brush, take our right hand to our left shoulder, come down and across and sweep it up. And then your left hand to your right shoulder, down across the hip and sweep it up. Now, this time when you brush, you're going to imagine you're scooping anything off of your energy, and you're going to sweep it down and throw it into the earth and let Mother Earth recycle it. It's going to go all the way down to the center of the planet. So breathe in, opposite side, exhale out and down, and then just shake it off into the earth. We're going to switch. Breathe in, across and down, and shake it off. Good. And just release it out. Now we're going to do the back side. So we're going to take it and make a half bind. And then we're going to go across and sweep it out, and then across and out, shake it out, and then just shake out the shoulders. Then we'll just take anything, release it off to Father Sky, releasing it off the body, out of the energy field, just releasing all that out. And then we'll sweep the bottom of the body, down the legs, out the feet, down the legs, out the feet, and release it out again to the earth. That's so nice. So now we're all nice and clear. So embracing the autumnal equinox this last weekend, embracing the fall, and just opening up to this new season. This is the season of harvest. It's the ending of the season, so the last part of the season is the death and the dying. And so we're moving into that closure as we move from fall to winter. And so it's really, as the seasons move, our energy shifts. I don't know if you've noticed an energy shift just if you're watching us live, but from the intensity of summer, of course, and then as it winds down, and then as the days become completely equal on the fall equinox, then now it's moving into where the days are actually getting much shorter. So the light is now coming down to where it's going to be the darkest at the winter solstice. And so as you kind of pay attention to those seasons, it also reflects on the women's nature of our rhythm, our body, and our flow, our menstrual cycles, and the cycles into our own, just our own waking and sleeping. You might be sleeping more, you know, than you did over the summer. You might be going to bed earlier. So those kind of things, pay attention to them, because those rhythms are what keeps you in tune and in check with the seasons, the bigger picture around us. So we're going to begin with some asana practice by taking and moving into all fours position. I'm going to move my mat so you can see me on YouTube. And so we're going to move into cat and cow breath. So we're going to move into nice wide hands. I'm going to adjust here a little bit. Fingertips are wide. Nice full breath here. And then inhale, we're going to scoop the heart up, lift the chest up, open into cow. And then we're going to exhale, round the back, tuck the hip, curl the tail into cat. So moving into your cat and your cow on your own cycles of breath. You can move your props away from you so you don't need them right now. And then just focusing on that cycling of breath. And then just feel the spine elongate and then contract, creating as much space between the vertebrae as you can. Now we're going to move into a little bit of a side stretch. We're going to inhale, reach our right hand up to the sky, and then exhale, we're going to scoop it through between your left arm and your left knee, and let your head rest on the ground. And take your left hand and bring it by your chin. So you're going to support. Now just bring some weight onto your right shoulder. So you're going to kind of rock and move the knees apart a little bit. And then bring some more weight onto your right shoulder and let your body weight just kind of squish out any tension that might be on your shoulder. If you'd like to release the shoulder a little bit more, you can extend your left leg and tuck your toe under, and then push against the mat to bring some more leverage onto your shoulder. And just rock your toe back and forth to massage that shoulder as you push your body forward and back. And just releasing. Now sometimes if you really are feeling relaxed and you might topple over to the side, and that happens, it's okay. It's not very far to go. So just relax here and notice how the shoulder wants to keep re-grabbing and holding back on. So try to relax. Let's take the back of our hand. We're going to hit it against the ground and just let the hand relax more. And then bring your knee back down if it was up. Come back into cat and cow breath. Inhaling into cow and exhaling into cat. And then back into our neutral. Go ahead and take your left hand up, big reach, exhale. We're going to feed it through and then just drop down onto your left cheek. So what you're going to do is just come on to your left cheek and your left shoulder, and then take your right hand by your jaw. And we're going to relax that shoulder by letting a little bit more body weight come into the shoulder, and maybe extend your right leg. And then just relaxing that shoulder. You're going to notice it wants to keep re-gripping, so keep relaxing it, because those big deltoid muscles, those little caps over the shoulders, like to hold on to a lot of stuff. So we're going to hit the back of the hand against the ground kind of hard. And then just let your palm relax. You can gas pedal your foot forward and back a little bit here. And just melt that tension out of that shoulder. Again, notice it keeps wanting to grab. Just forcefully let it intentionally relax. So you're really focusing on purposefully relaxing, and then bring that right knee underneath you. So go ahead and come back into all fours. And from here, we're going to come into spinal stability. So we're taking right hand forward and extending left heel back. Let your gaze come slightly down and spread out the fingers. Push back through your heel and reach through your foot. And find a nice long extension here. Holding here. Now you notice we're not lifting up into a back bend, and we're trying to stay stable. But if the stability feels like it's causing any tension in your back, just bring your left toe down and just give your back a little break. We're working on extension here before we're working on balance. So extend and then balance. Bring it down and come into cow. Inhale and then exhale into cat. Round it out. Come back into neutral and left hand forward, right heel back. Extend and reach. Again, toes on the ground to really focus on lengthening your spine. Notice if there's a big dip in your low back, or if you're looking up and there's a big dip in the back of your neck. You want to soften that curvature by looking down at the top of your mat and push back with your tailbone. If you like, you can lift your heel. Now again, keep your focal point down so your back of your neck is equal to the front. And if you feel unstable, just keep that toe on the ground. If you feel like you want to balance, just lift that heel for 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the tail, look up. We're going to pull the shoulders away from the ears. And then exhale, we're going to round the head, tuck the tail, curl, and breathe everything out. And come back into your neutral spine. Let's go ahead and make our way into child's pose. So we're going to widen the knees, bring the toes toward each other, and press back onto the hips, heels, and let the head rest. Now if the head seems like it's tight, if your hips seem like it's tight, your head seems like it's hovering, just grab your block or your prop and just bring it underneath your head. You can also take a prop and bring it underneath your hips and sit back onto your prop. So lots of different ways to use our props. Good. Keep breathing in your child's pose. So we're just going to breathe in all the way into your kidneys. Expand the breath all the way into the back of the body. And then as we exhale, let your elbows soften, your shoulders relax. If you like, you can take and scoop your hands all the way around your body. Your hands are going to be out by the ankles, and then the elbows are going to be around the knees. Now if you're doing that, don't hold your hands above your body. What you want to do is just let your arms drop out to gravity. And you can turn your head to one side if you'd like. And breathe. Gently rock the hips from side to side. Again, let your arms drop out all the way to the ground so that your elbows are resting, your shoulders are melting. If your head was turned, go ahead and switch. Couple more breaths here in your child's pose. Beautiful. You can keep that rocking motion side to side in your child's pose. And then come into all fours. You're going to grab both of your yoga blocks. So if you have blocks, you can use them. You don't necessarily need them. But if you do have two, you want to bring them down beneath your shoulders. And we're going to move into a lunge. So we're going to bring blocks straight down beneath the shoulders. And then step your right foot between your thumbs. Your heel's going to land right underneath your knee. And then slide that left knee back. Good. You might want to take your hand and move your heel so it's directly underneath your knee. You don't want your knee to be pushing forward, so you're not going to be in your knee joint at all. And so from here, you can bring your hands again, lining them right underneath the shoulders. So that way you're supporting all of your joints. And if you can slide that left knee back a little bit more. And just begin to soften that hip. The toe can be tucked under or you can point it, whatever feels better. And then find your focal point. Somewhere a few feet in front of your mat. And then just focus on the sound of your breath. In and out through the nose. Breath in and breath out. We'll take one more nice long breath. Exhale it out. And then come back into center. Stepping the left foot forward. Again, if you get stuck, just take your hand, grab your foot, set it down so that the heel is directly underneath that knee. And then bring your hands right underneath the armpit. Slide your right knee back. So you have some space behind your knee so you're not in all fours with that, or not in a box position with that knee. Good. Make sure you're pressing down with your heel of your hand so that all your body weight is pushing down onto your blocks. And if that feels like it's too much pressure between your hip and your ribs, you can turn your blocks to get a little bit more height there. Gazing at your focal point somewhere in front of the mat on the ground. Focus on your breath. In and out through the nose. One more breath here. Exhale, stepping it back. And let's go ahead and move our blocks out to the side. We're going to reach forward, tuck the toes under, and we're going to press back into an active child's pose. The hands are going to be shoulder width apart, and your toes are going to be shoulder width apart. Let your head relax between your biceps. Breathe here. Your head may or may not rest on the ground. Just let it relax all the way though. And from here, we're going to focus on tucking the belly toward the thighs, pressing the hands and the feet into the ground. And as we do, straightening the legs, good. And coming up into downward facing dog. Begin to pedal the legs and alternate, pressing up the heels. Slowing it down. Let your head totally relax so you're gazing down between your toes. And let's walk hands and feet together into the middle of our mat. Bring your hands to your shin and lift halfway, coming into a halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. On the exhale, take your hands around the back of the hamstrings and slide down. Tracing the back of your body, shake it out, relax the head, pull your hair out, down to the ground so your head is totally relaxed. And then hug around the back of your calves, tucking your elbows back behind you, lift a tiny bit, and then exhale, tug in a little tighter. And just shake out your hair, shake out your head, relax your neck and your shoulders. Gently breathe here. Looking at the world upside down. So take a moment just to observe things from a different perspective today. We're going to drop the hands out and grab opposite elbows. So we're hooking our middle fingertip around the elbow. And again, let your head drop in the little frame that we've created between our arms. And just gently rock. Side to side. Drop the hands out. We're going to gently trace, rolling up. Trace the front of the body. Trace the shins, trace the thighs. Tuck your chin as you come up. And then let the head come all the way up last. Keep the knees soft. We're going to reach the sky all the way up. Palms together, and then exhale, bring the hands to our heart. Go ahead and step to the front of your mat. Let's bring our feet together, coming into our Samasthiti, our starting posture. Take a few seconds here to again focus on your intention of your practice. If your blocks are still on your mat, you might want to move them out so that they're not in the way. Feet are going to be close together as possible. So the toes are going to be touching if you can. Heels are going to be slightly apart, and then just push the inner thighs slightly forward and spread out your toes. You're going to feel the points of contact on the ground. So you're going to feel that point beneath the big toe and the pinky toe, and the center of both heels. So inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, we're going to fold in half all the way down. Inhale, hands come to the shins and lengthen halfway. Exhale, slide the hands down the hamstrings all the way into your forward fold and relax completely. You can grab opposite elbows here if you like. Shake it out, relax the head all the way. Bend the knees, we're going to reverse swan dive up, reach the sky. Exhale, hands come to our heart. Relaxing the shoulders, backing away from the ears. Take a few breaths here. Find your focal point. Come to the top of your mat. So all the way to the top of your mat. From here, we're just going to, maybe if you have a mat towel, adjust it so it's right at the top of your mat. And we're just going to start our sun salutations, our Surya Namaskar. So reach all the way up. And then we're stepping the left foot back behind the right. Bend your knee. And come into Warrior One. Breathing here, in and out through the nose. Two more breaths. Big inhale here. Exhale, opening the hips and shoulders. Come into Warrior Two and widen your stance. So you're deepening your stance. The front toes are still going to face 12 o'clock. So bring your front toes to face the front. Make sure you're totally on your mat, so you're not stepping off your mat. Back toes are going to face about 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. And then just pull that back hip in and down so that your hips are level. You can take your hands to your hips and just kind of check. And then release and reach the arms front to back. Gaze over the front fingertips coming into your Warrior Two. Breathe here. I notice we sometimes hold our breath here. So breathe, lift the fingertips high, exhale. One more breath here. Exhale, we're going to sink into the legs and relax. Let's take our left hand and wrap it around the inner thigh. Good, so the front knee is bent, the back leg is straight. There you go. And reaching the right hand up to the sky, reach up into the right ribs and lift tall. Breathing here into reverse warrior. Breath in and breath out. Back to Warrior Two. Arms are wide, gaze is strong. Let's take our front forearm, we're going to rest it down, bend your front knee, just keep the back leg straight. And we're going to take the flat part of our bone on our front arm and set it on the flat part of our thigh. So we're reaching to the front, other arm, right arm. Yep, and then left arm reaches up. Big breath here. So take your right arm and rest it on your right knee. So Cynthia, bend your right knee, not your left. Yep, and nope, yep. Look, right arm, right knee. There you go. And reach. Big breath in. Now we're going to reach our left arm up and over toward the top of our mat, if we can, and maybe even look forward or up. Extending and reaching, good. Try to open your armpit toward the sky. So turn your chest and open your left side of your chest up and open. There it is, good. Nice. Now as you come up, you're going to squeeze your pelvic floor muscles, doing root lock. Exhale back, arms wide to Warrior Two. Beautiful. We're going to inhale, take a reverse warrior, and exhale back to Warrior Two. Inhale, reverse. And exhale to Warrior Two. And one more time, inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, Warrior Two. Inhale, back to Warrior One. So we're reaching arms forward and up. We're going to turn a little bit closer in. So that way our toes face about 11 o'clock on the back foot and step a little bit closer together. Finding our focal point in Warrior One. Feel that breath moving through the belly. Spread out those fingers. Energizing through the hands. Exhale, hands come to heart center. We're going to step both feet together back to our starting posture at the front of our mat. And relax the shoulders. Take a moment here. checking in. Samastitihi, steady and strong, starting posture. Inhale all the way up. On our exhale, we're stepping our left foot back behind the right. Excuse me, right foot back this time. We did the left. So right foot comes back. Left toes are still going to face 12 o'clock and right toes are going to face about 2 o'clock. Bending that left knee. Spread out the fingers. This is warrior 2 on the other side. Breathing here. Big inhale. On our exhale, we're going to open the hips and shoulders and turn toward warrior 2 and open the legs a little further from front to back so that the right toes are going to face about 3 o'clock. Gazing over those front fingertips. Two more nice long breaths. Squeeze those shoulder blades together and then relax the fingertips a little more. Maybe sink into that front hip just a tiny bit more and loosen the toes. Left palm turns up toward the sky. We're going to take that right hand, we're going to wrap it around the right thigh and then lift up and out through that left side body. Notice we're not hinging and reaching back through the right side. We're lifting up and out through the left. So this might be a different way for you to come into your reverse warrior today. Just notice how it opens up that left side of the body. Breathe here. You can soften your upper arm if you'd like to, like a dancer. Big full breath. Inhaling up. Exhale back. Warrior 2. Inhaling here, sink into your posture a tiny bit more. And again, even out the hips. Let's inhale to warrior 1. So we're going to reach up, pivot the body and turn the back foot in a little bit, stepping a little closer. Energize through the fingers. Breathe here. Find your focal point. And then back to warrior 2. So let's move that body vinyasa a couple times. So you're going to widen the stance a little bit into your warrior 2. And then inhale into warrior 1. And open into warrior 2. Just turning that foot. And then inhale to warrior 1. And then exhale into warrior 2. Let's take our front forearm. The flat part of our bone is going to rest on our thigh, not the elbow, but the flat part against the femur. And then we're just going to turn the head out to the right, reach the right arm up and over, past our head, toward the front of the mat, and then pivot the palm to face behind you. Thumb is going to face up. That's going to help to open that shoulder into that nice long side angle. So find that nice long reach. Breathe into your right side. Two more full breaths here. Inhale, reach, push down into your right foot. Reach your right pinky away from it. And use your root walk as you come up, look up, back to warrior 2. Inhale to warrior 1, shortening the stance. Turning the torso to face forward. Nice. Good job. Exhale, hands come to our heart center and stepping to starting posture, feet together. Coming back to the front of our mat. And again, returning to Samastitihi. Let's inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen halfway. Exhale, let's grab opposite elbows, shake the head out, relax the neck and shoulders, and just fold in half. like to deepen here, you can come into a chest expansion and lock your hands over your body. You can even press your palms together and extend the index fingers, or you can grab opposite elbows behind your body. And just open the shoulders. Try to lift the arms off the body a little bit even. Good. Grab your arms together and just kind of roll side to side. Let the arms drop out to ragdoll. Let the backs of the hands come to the ground and shake the head, neck, and shoulders side to side. If the backs of your hands don't touch the ground, just grab opposite elbows and form a little frame around your face and just pull the crown of the head toward the ground. Pull the tailbone up toward the sky and deepen your stance. Bend the knees, reverse swan dive, reaching out, then up. Exhale, hands come to our heart. Coming back to Samasthiti, feet together. Ground into the earth. Spread out the toes. Again, loosen your grip. Breathe. Let's reach up. Palms are going to face each other this time. And relax the shoulders away from the ears. Breathing here. Coming into far-reaching mountain pose, Utthita. The far reach, Hasta is your hand. So Utthita, Hastasana, or Urdhva, upward reaching Hastasana. Let's take the hands around the back of the body. Lock the hands together, find that one focal point, and expand the chest. And then just drop the chin and lift into a back bend, opening the chest. Keep that chin tucked here. And come back to center. Let's come into a reach. Exhale, take your right hand around the back of the body. Left hand reaches forward. Go ahead and step your right foot back. Let's come into a balance here. We're going to move right into our dancer. Left knee becomes soft. And again, find your focal point. Reach back and grab your right foot, and then kick. The more you kick, you begin to lean and shift your focal point. Kick, 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 and lean. Coming into Nata Rajasana. Lift the arm up more, or not. Depends on where you're at today. So if you fell out, just come back in. We're going to step to mountain pose. Feet are shoulder width. Tadasana. Take a moment here just to roll out the shoulders. Shake it out. Just pedal it out a little bit. And then come back into mountain pose. Steady and strong like a mountain. Focus on your Ujjayi breathing. Coming to the middle of your mat here again. Reach that left hand up, out, and then fingertips touch the back of the spines here. Fingertips can face up or they can face down, but you don't want to push into your kidneys. You want to be up on the rim of your pelvis. Right hand reaches forward, palms going to face up. And then step your left foot back, come onto the ball of that foot, softening the right knee. So the right knee stays buoyant. And then push off. Balance here, reach back, catch the foot. To open the shoulder more, you're going to catch the inside of the foot. Otherwise, you can just catch the outside of the foot. You can come to the wall here like I was doing. So you can take your right foot against the wall. So turn around, and right hip's going to be on the wall. There you go. And then press your hand forward and up. As you press your foot, kick it back. The more you kick, the more you lean. Try not to let your knee pop out to the side. Breathe here. Release. Shake it out. We'll come back in one more time. So if you fell out, just come back in, or if you're holding, come back in one more time. And again, it's really important to find a focal point. We'll do each side one more time on your own. You can start with the same side you ended with or switch. And release. Coming into mountain pose. Rest here. Last time through our last side. Switching. And you'll notice as the seasons change, as your mood changes, it might be easier on one side than the other one day. The next it might switch. Okay, release. We'll come into mountain pose whenever you're ready. And shake it out. And then just roll the palms open wide. Bring your feet to shoulder width. Just reach out and up. Exhale, fold in half all the way down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale and fold. Let's touch the ground, sink the hips down, and inhale, look forward, coming into monkey pose. Breathing in here. We're going to widen the knees a little bit and bring the hands between the feet, and then come into low goddess pose. Elbows are going to be on the insides of the knees. Rock back and press into the heels, and if the heels don't rock into the ground, take both your blocks. You're going to put them end to end like that, and bring them behind your heels. Give yourself a little prop. And just let your chest relax forward. You can rest your chin on your fingertips if you'd like, or even on your third eye, resting on your thumbs. Release the hands out to the ground if you'd like to. Palms can turn up just so you can relax a little more. Let the head drop out. Shake it up. So take a big breath in and exhale with a ha. Breath in. Ha. Deepen your stance. One more. Ha. One more big ha. Breath in. Slowly come out of your goddess, or you can move in a crow if you have a crow practice here. And so you can stay in your low goddess pose here, or you can move right into your arm balance, coming into crow. Just go rocking forward and rock back, just kind of prepping for your crow. Or if you have a crow practice, you can bring your toes off the ground. Low goddess or crow for a few more breaths. Let's come into a kneeling plank. So go ahead and move your props out to the side. We're going to step back into all fours and then step the knees behind the body. So you're in plank asana. Just on the knees. Hips, shoulders, knees come into a nice 45-degree angle. Belly button to spine, so we're not scooping the hips down, and we're not coming into all fours. We're using our core. In and out through the nose. Belly button to spine. We're going to inhale, lift the hips slightly, come down into caterpillar. Chest first, then chin. Flatten yourself out all the way. And let's sweep our hands back by the hips, palms turn down. Toes point straight back. We're going to come right into locust. Lift the chest, lift the toes, and sweep the feet back. And breathe. Use your breath to massage your belly. Gaze is forward. Let's take 3. Turn your palms to face down. Open the shoulders a little bit more. 2. Last one. Lift, lift, lift. And release. All the way down. Let's come into crocodile. Rest either on the chin or the forehead. We're going to turn the toes out. Widen the feet. Turn the heels in. Turn the palms up. And relax the shoulders. Gently rock. Deep, full breath. Side to side. Now we're just going to turn over onto our backside. Coming into knees to chest. And just gently hug it out. Rolling all the way down. And rock. Massaging the knees. And massaging that low back. And switch. Rolling the other way. And switch. And one more time. Come into legs up the wall. So if you know your hamstrings and your hips are a little bit tight, first of all, you want to make sure you take any clips or anything out of your hair that's in the way or any ponytails. And you can take your prop, bring your feet down, and just bring your prop right underneath your hips. Maybe a small pillow or a folded blanket. And then you're just going to bring your feet straight up to the sky and pull the toes straight back. Now, sometimes our toes want to come creeping forward, but you want to make an L shape with the body. If you don't need your prop, you can take it out to the side. And especially if you feel like you have to hold on to your hamstrings, you can also use a strap around the bottoms of your feet. Just make a loop that's big enough for both of your feet. Sometimes here, if you've done a lot of walking and a lot of usage of your legs, running, biking, whatever, you'll feel a lot of shaking. Also, sometimes you'll feel a lot of shaking if the body needs more strength, requesting more strength. Breathe here. Two more nice full breaths. Exhale, we're going to bend the knees. Bring them into your chest and just gently rock side to side. Give yourself a nice big hug. Tuck the chin into a little ball. Then we're going to move into a reverse Superman. Inhale, extend the legs. Keep your chin tucked. Extend the legs, extend the arms. Now to protect the back, bring your hands down by your hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug it in. Chin tucks, roll up into a little ball. Inhale and exhale here. Full, complete exhale. And then inhale into your reverse Superman, a low boat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug it in. Chin to chest. Roll into a little ball. Inhale and exhale. Again, protect your low back. Take your hands down. You're tucking your chin and extending the legs. So your shoulders are off the ground. You can lower the feet a little bit more if you'd like to this time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in and rest your head. Nice work. Let's go ahead and come into spinal twist. So we're going to extend the left foot down, let it rest. Take your props out to the left side. So take maybe 2 blocks or a pillow and a block, and then roll out to the left with your bent knee. Let it rest on your props. And then roll the palms out to the side. Turn your head out to the side, opposite your bent knee. Just melt into the ground. Make sure your props are supporting your leg, so that way your leg is not just dangling there. Breathe. You can also tuck your toe around your knee if you'd like to here. Or if you want to deepen, you can extend your foot and grab your toe with your left hand. Breath in and breath out. Come into center again, knees to chest, nice big hug, and just pull it out. Go ahead and move your props, and then take them out to the opposite side. Set them about a foot away from your body, maybe 2 feet. And then extend your right leg, hug your left knee in. Take your right hand to your opposite knee. You're gonna let your left arm just drop out to the side like a big T. And then roll onto your side. Bring your props underneath you, and then just let your body rest. If your left shoulder pops up off the ground, you can take a prop underneath your left arm and shoulder to support your twist more. If you'd like to deepen, extend your leg and grab your toe with your right hand, or you can tuck your toe underneath the back of your knee. Let your palms roll out. Release and open the chest. And then turn your head out to the left to complete your twist. We're going to hold here. Try to relax whatever you're holding onto, especially the glutes. Let your glutes relax. We'll come into center. We're going to again hug the knees into the chest. Press your feet down onto the mat. Reach your hands towards your heels. And we're going to roll up into bridge, bone by bone by bone. Lift those hips nice and high. If you'd like to take your props here, you can stack your props underneath your pelvis. 1 or 2 props, or you can turn it all the way onto the end. And then release the shoulders into the mat. Breathing here into your bridge. Again, relax your butt, especially if you're using support here, which will be super nice. Full breath. Lift, lift, lift. Take your props out and roll down, bone by bone by bone. Gently switch the knees from side to side, coming onto your tippy toes. And then we'll come back up into bridge one more time. Lift the center of the pelvis, then the mid-back. Then tuck your chin to your chest and lift nice and high. You can press your palms up and lift your hips that way. Or you can take your props and tuck them underneath your hips, right at the center of the sacrum. So you want your pubic bone to be the highest point after your knees. Breathe here, good, excellent. Try to relax your butt. Press your feet and your shoulders into the ground and lift, lift, lift through the hips. Deep belly breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale and lower down, bone by bone. Tug our knees into our chest one more time, gently rocking. And we'll come right into our final relaxation, just melting onto our mat, moving out your props to the side. Let your palms roll open. Completely melt into your final relaxation. Let yourself travel to a beautiful, tranquil place in nature. And close the eyes down. Take this opportunity to just simply be. Infinite light surrounds you. Infinite love enfolds you. Infinite wisdom guides you. Infinite power courses through you. Wherever you are, God is. Aho.